How often do you leave a shot in the bunker? How many times have you chunked a pitch shot? Wouldn't you like a wedge that helps you get out of the sand the first time, every time? A wedge that's nearly impossible to hit fat and that makes pitches from the rough or fairway so much easier. Everyone would. Then why are sand wedges so hard to hit consistently well? It's because most wedges are designed for tour players, guys that practice for hours every day. Their wedges have a very narrow sole and little to no forgiveness technology built in. With traditional wedges, you have to time your swing just right and be so precise. And those new game improvement wedges sold on TV, well, they may not have the quality, performance, and great looks that you want in your bag. You know you need a great performing, impossible to chunk, super forgiving, premium quality sand wedge. But up until now, such a wedge just didn't exist. 10-year PGA Tour player, quarter-century PGA instructor, and renowned iron, wedge, and metalwood designer for TaylorMade, Mizuno, and Founders Club finally has done something about it.
In all my years of playing competitive golf on the PGA Tour, plus all the time I've spent teaching and my years of designing golf equipment, what I've tried to do, I've tried to put all my years of experience and knowledge into this new line of wedges. It's a dimpled sole, wider flanged wedge to make a golf club and to make a wedge. It's a series of wedges to make it where you're going to enjoy the game more. It's going to make the game easier for you where, no doubt, nobody has enough time to stand around and practice their short game 3 or 4 hours a week. And so we've designed a club that's very hard to hit heavy, it's very hard to hit thin. It's really just a very easy club to use in all types of turf, whether if you're in the rough, fairway, sand. It's just a marvelous club to hit out of any type of lie.
Introducing the Harry Taylor Series 405 Dimpled Wide Solo Wedges.
I miss a lot of greens in regulation, and I need to find a way to get up and down. When I hit the Harry Taylor wedge, the ball landed softer and ended up closer to the hole.
I think this Harry Taylor wedge is so good because I'm very confident it's going to improve my game and I'm going to lower my handicap.
I thought the control was very good. Distance and direction was good with this club.
The Harry Taylor wedge was so much better because it just cut through the grass, cut through the sand like it was cutting through butter. It was amazing.
I just think it's a really cool looking wedge. The dimples are like really cool, the sole is really cool. I felt like it really is a good premium wedge.
For decades, Harry Taylor has designed metalwoods, wedges, and irons for the best players in the world. He's designed a wedge specifically for every other golfer. With its never-before-seen friction-reducing, chunk-proof dimpled sole design, the HT wedge effortlessly cuts through the sand and rough like a hot knife through butter. It's that easy to hit from the bunker or any lie.
That's the reason I designed this club, is to try to make the game a little easier for you. The width of the sole, the dimple design, we wanted to do something to allow the sole to slide easier through all types of surfaces. It's got all the technology you need to make this shot more playable and easy for you to hit these sometimes difficult shots.
Well, as a designer, Harry's eye is incredible. I mean, it's incredible. He sees things that I don't think everyone else sees. When I see him out on tour and he'd be telling me about a particular club and what it does, he would point to things that I would never, ever, ever notice or think were important. And he would explain why it was important and why he wants it that way. His clubs are really pretty. I mean, they're good-looking golf clubs, and then the functional design behind it, that combination is really rare in the industry.
Beautiful-looking, quality-made premium wedges like Harry's come with a premium price tag. But not Harry's, because he's cutting out the middleman and selling his wedge directly to you. And those premium narrow sole wedges aren't nearly as forgiving from any lie like Harry's wedges are. That's because Harry's new dimpled wide soled sand wedges are engineered with performance, forgiveness, and quality in mind. You can tell immediately when you hold the HT wedges and set them behind the ball, these babies are legit. And then when you hit it with the soft-feeling 303 steel, the precision-milled face and grooves, and the super-forgiving wide dimpled sole which slides effortlessly through sand and rough and just refuses to dig, you'll know you found the perfect wedges to add to your bag. We asked some amateur golfers to hit their current wedges around the green, then compared them to the Harry Taylor dimpled wide sole wedges. Just listen to what they had to say after trying Harry's wedges for the very first time.
Oh, that was great. Loved it. Great, yeah. Really cuts through the sand nicely. It's great.
The Harry Taylor wedge does slide much smoother through the sand in my wedge. It's amazing. I hit some good shots out of the bunker.
Because of the sole, it felt like I was able to get through the shot with no problem whatsoever. This Harry Taylor wedge was just so much softer than any wedge that I've ever hit in my 60 years of golf.
These incredible new wedges really are that good.
Hit a shot?
Yes.
Well, why don't you try the new Harry Taylor?
He's doing this because Harry wants every golfer to be able to afford a quality, forgiving, easy to hit, and nearly impossible to chunk sand wedge that will let you get the ball out of the bunker and closer to the hole almost every time.
The reason we have a variable wedge design on the wedges, and our wedges range in loft from 52 to 56 to 60 to 64. As you look at a 52-degree lofted wedge, this is something you're hitting more full. This is an 80 to a 110-yard shot, and when you have this long a shot, you need a little less bounce and you need a little less sole width. As you move on to the 56 to 60, of course, now you're talking about wedge play that's up around the green, in the bunkers, and this is the touchy-feely kind of shots that you do need more bounce on this club, and you need more sole width so the club doesn't want to dig, and it wants to just slide through the grass so easily or in the bunker so nicely. And then as you get to the 64 degree, that's my widest sole of all four. It can be used in the bunker, around the greens. You know, you've short side yourself, the pin's tight, where you want to be able to get the ball up in the air, the flop shot. So with the flop shot, it does not have as much bounce on it, but it sure has a lot of sole width to it, so the club won't dig.
The wide sole dimple design, I was just so surprised at how fast it would go through the turf. I mean, the interaction of this club to the turf is something that everyone should feel. If you've ever stuck it in the ground, hit a super fat shot, or if you've ever bounced into the ball and bladed it over the world, this club doesn't do that. And it's just fantastic the way that this thing works. I mean, it's not a gimmick, it's not faking it. You can do all sorts of different things with this. You can hit it low, you can hit it high, you can spin it, you can hit lobs. There's nothing that you can't do with this club, but you can do it a lot easier than you can do with a classic design club.
Harry's dimpled wide sole wedges are engineered with super soft feeling 303 stainless steel and precision milled face and grooves. Why? Even though it's more expensive, Harry wanted you to have the soft feel of a super premium wedge and the precision and specific performance benefits of milling the face completely fat and grooved to very tight tolerances. These are features you'd expect in a premium quality wedge costing twice as much. And with their super forgiving, wide dimpled sole, they effortlessly slide through sand and rough and just refuse to dig. We know that once you'll try them, you'll agree that these babies are the perfect wedges for your game.
Generally, most of the wedges that I have seen that sell individually as opposed to in a set, I'd expect to pay $175.
$150?
I'd say somewhere around $170.
$175.
I probably paid somewhere like $150, $160.
Harry Taylor's dimpled wide sole wedges are absolutely a premium top-of-the-line wedge. But unlike those premium narrow sole wedges, Harry's wedges are incredibly forgiving from any lie. By partnering with MG Golf, Harry's able to sell his premium dimpled wide sole wedges for an unheard of price. Not $150 or more, not $120 or even $99. His premium chunk-proof, gorgeous, dimpled sole wedges are available direct to you for only $87. And trying a Harry Taylor Series 405 wedge is completely risk-free. They come with Harry's Love 'em, Never Chunk 'em guarantee. Try Harry's dimpled wide sole wedges. You'll love the look, love the quality, and especially love the performance as you hit shot after shot from the sand, rough any lie onto the green and closer to the hole, and never ever worry about a chunked or fat pitch or sand shot again. If not, just send it back, no questions asked, for a full product refund.
I like the idea as a high handicapper that there's something out there that can really help my game. This Harry Taylor wedge just gave me more confidence that I wasn't going to like blade it or hit it thin or hit it fat.
I felt like I had a great deal of confidence with this compared to my old clubs. And it cuts through the grass very nicely, the long grass very nicely. I especially like it out of the sand trap. The softness, the height that it comes out with, how it goes through the sand very easily.
The thing about this club that's different is how soft it feels. Most of these wedges that you'll see that are sort of game improvement wedges are hard and clunky, and it feels like you're hitting it with a coffee can. This club is super soft, and so you can feel the ball come off the face, you can feel the spin. The way it sounds is even the classic kind of wedge sound.
Harry designed these wedges in 52, 56, 60, and 64 degrees for any type of shot from around the green and up to 100 yards. Harry's Series 405 wedges are so forgiving and so versatile that you can keep your same stance and swing from the bunker or any lie and still get the ball up in the air effortlessly. They will be the best wedges you have ever owned, and they will be the most forgiving wedges you've ever owned.
There's plenty of loft on this club, and with this sole design, you just put it down there squarely behind the ball, take a nice little swing, and it's going to be up there close to the hole. It makes chipping, pitching, bunker play, makes it easier.
When you click the link and order today, you'll also receive a free short game instruction
the biggest
video
goal here is
from
to
the
get it out
designer,
of this bunker.
PGA teaching pro and tour veteran Harry Taylor. But even if you never watched these great videos, just switching to Harry's Dimpled Wide Sole Series 405 wedges will have you hitting feathery, soft bunker shots close to the hole, practically eliminating fat and chunk pitch shots and shooting lower scores immediately.
My first thought was, well, this is original, this is unique, we'll see how this works. And once I got a chance to use it, I felt satisfied that it's a great design and worked well for me.
The feel I had when I first took a swing with this and picked it up was phenomenal. It was very balanced, and I could see how it looked behind the ball, as though it would go right underneath the ball.
My first impression of the Harry Taylor wedge was I believe it was going to give me more confidence hitting the ball.
First of all, I've never seen a club that looks quite like this with the dimple design on the sole. It's kind of cool. I found when I hit it, the ball came out a little higher. It landed much softer. It didn't have the rollout that it did. And I especially liked it out of the sand trap. It cut through the sand very easily. The ball came out, landed very softly. And I was very confident with it, which I haven't been with my other sand wedge.
Remember, Harry's beautiful and forgiving wedges come with his love 'em, never chunk 'em guarantee. Try any one or all of Harry's wedges available in 52-degree gap wedge, 56-degree sand wedge, 60-degree lob wedge, and 64-degree super lob. For 60 days, you will absolutely love Harry's wedges. Find them nearly impossible to chunk and be the most forgiving, easiest to hit from any live wedges you've ever played. If not, just send them back for a full product refund. No questions asked.
Bottom line, the Harry Taylor wedge for me is fantastic out of the sand trap.
This Harry Taylor wedge was just so much softer than any wedge that I've ever hit.
So what are you waiting for? Click and order right now to get Harry's amazing and super forgiving Dimpled Wide Sole Series 405 wedges for an affordable direct-to-you price of only $87. And when you order a second wedge or more, you can save an additional $10 per wedge. Harry's wedges have superior performance and premium quality without a premium price. We guarantee that these beautiful, technologically advanced and forgiving wedges will help you lower your score instantly. With their never-before-seen friction-reducing, chunk-proof dimpled sole design, the Harry's wedges effortlessly cut through the sand and rough like a hot knife through butter. Click on the link now to eliminate chunks and have more fun with the beautiful new Harry Taylor wedges.